Welcome to this short MegChemica MC Pairs training video. In this video we are going to be examining a more detailed view of the results from RuleDesign. We will assume you have already inputted a molecule, selected a goal, used advanced filters and have submitted a RuleDesign run. For our search we have 107 suggested compounds that are thought to increase solubility. Suppose we want to look at more advanced rules, see more data and potentially do multiple parameter optimizations. We start in the same way as the simple viewer, demonstrated in a previous training video, which briefly examined these results. We click the blue greater than symbol on the left-hand side of the job of interest. As you recall, we can sort the results on a particular assay and by the likes of median change. Here is a good idea that is a neutral solubilizing group that has a median change of 1.15 log units. You may have noticed this blue button named Goals. If we click the Goals button, here a light box appears and we get a different representation of the solubility data. The initial shown goal will automatically adjust depending on the goal that has been set in the goal area. In this case, we now get one of our pizza wheels, which is a graphical representation of the matched pair data. We can also see the input molecule and the suggested molecule drawn on the same page and the median change for that particular given assay that we have selected. We can still choose our compound to export by using this button here, and if we select the compound, that change is reflected if we go back to the more simplistic view. On our pizza wheel, we can hover over and see some of the counts of pairs. It was the same data that we have got in the lighter view, but just made a little bit easier to view all on one screen in one go. And here we see the counts of up and down of pairs. If the slice or wedge of the piece of pizza wheel goes all the way to the outer rim, it means there are more than 30 matched pairs. If it is coloured dark green, it means it's a rule for improving properties, in this case increasing solubility. If it is a light green, it is a NED rule, a no effect determined. In this particular case, for this assay, we only got 4 matched pairs. Still, all 4 pairs increase solubility, so that is pretty good, and that fits with the data that we have from the other assay, where the majority of compounds, 33 out of 42, also indicating that this is a good rule for increasing solubility. In this case, the pizza wheel doesn't go right to the end, because it doesn't have 30 or more matched pairs. Where the pizza slice is grey, there is no data. It is possible to click on a pizza slice and see further data, and this will be explained in a different training video. So that is a way, in this light box view, of seeing all the data for our particular goal in one go. But we can do more in this view. In the Shown Goal drop-down menu, the selected goal can be found, and is chosen by default. Base array will also appear in this drop-down menu, irrespective of what goal was set. If we click base array, what now appears is not only the solubility data that we just had, but the most frequent and common ADMET properties that people are generally trying to improve in their molecules. A pizza wheel appears for each one. In this case, there is a fairly good representation of data for metabolism, fraction unbound, log D, and for anti-target cardiac assay for the likes of hERG. I will hover over the hERG data. For that same transformation that is likely to improve solubility, we are also seeing hERG inhibition decrease 8 pairs, 7 of them going down. So not only will this be likely to improve solubility, it is also likely to improve margin out to hERG. That looks pretty good. Rather unsurprisingly, log D has 50 pairs going down. We can look at metabolism. That is quite a lot of metabolism assays, and we can see quite a good bit of green on here. We can hover over these as well, and we could do the same with all the other assays. Quite often or not on a project, we have got several things in mind that we are wanting to optimise. You can drag and drop these pizza wheels to get a custom view of what you would like. This is what I will do here. I will move solubility, log D, metabolism, and anti-target cardiac to the top. So now I've got my chosen pizza wheels, which is really cool as I can see lots of green data here. We like this compound, so we will select it. Using the left and right arrows, we can now browse our way through the rest of the compound suggestions and it will maintain the same order of pizza wheels. So we can work our way through the compound suggestions, and we can see a lot of green for this transformation. That one looks pretty good. And we can go to the next one, which is another great suggestion, another small neutral polar group, and so on and so forth as we work our way through suggestions. So that is a way to look at more data, look at other ADMET assays, and see what the transformation does in another assay where we have the match pair and rule data available. And again, selecting compounds, and then we can export our saved selection, and we will cover that in another training video. This has been a short video explaining a more detailed view of the output of RuleDesign. If you require further support, please contact support@medchemica.com. Thank you.